Hi there, my name's Emily LeMay, also known as UK Lazy Barber. Today we're doing a little demonstration video on the new Cordless Airbrush by FAB. This is the presentation box that it comes in. As you open it up, inside we have a nice protective cover, but you usually come with your instruction manual. Gives you all the varying parts that your kit comes with and any technical information you may need. It also comes with the airbrush system itself. This is the air compressor. This will come detached from the airbrush. So we have this. And then this is the airbrush itself with its hopper where your semi-permanent hair dye goes. I'll show you how to set that up in a second. You also get your little card, which is perfect with the shape and all the corners, using on the hair, beard, just to get your perfect straight lines. And you have your charging cable. Now this is USB as well, so you can plug it into a USB port on any UK plug sockets. I would advise that you only use this plug because of the wattage and the battery. Before you do anything with your airbrush, make sure it's 100% charged. Do not turn it on. Do not use it while it is plugged in. It is not designed to be used plugged in. When you get it out of the box, your little plug obviously plugs in to your socket, and we plug this in just underneath this little rubber stopper there. When it is charging, there is a little blue LED light. It will flash just above our power button. It will continually flash until fully charged, then it will remain a solid blue light. Once it's fully charged, we can then attach our airbrush to the top, which is done so by just screwing on gently. Do not over tighten it. Turn it till it stops. If you put too much pressure on it, the little rubber stopper on the inside can be squashed and no air can pass through the airbrush. There are two settings on this. We have a high and a low speed, and depending on the type of finish you want, depends on which one you want it on. So this is a high speed. You can feel the air coming through. Check it on your arm, check it on a piece of paper, anything. No colour is coming out at this time. We have our low speed. And that turns it off. This is your power button. This is what operates the airbrush itself. Pulling it back releases the ink, the hair dye, any type of thing that you are putting liquid based into this hopper, and this will make it flow through the tip. Now I have left a little bit of semi-permanent dyeing because I wanted to show you how I clean it as well. A lot of people just tip them away and you can get a lot of different colours mixed up inside. So I've just got a little bowl here. You just pull this off carefully. I am wearing gloves because it is semi-permanent. It does stain your skin as well. So I've got my ink in here. I'm going to tip that. Get all that semi-permanent dye out. That is a black. And then all I'm going to do is turn it on. I'm going to spray some water into the hopper. And then I'm going to pull back on that trigger. I'm going to let that water run through. And this will get rid of any of the residue that's built up inside that hopper. Tip that up. some tissue. I'm just going to pop that in there gently, twist it round just to make sure I've got all that colour out of there, and then I'm going to just use a clean piece, and as we can see we've just got clear water coming out. Now I'm going to turn it off and we're going to put in. Right, so this is my colour. This is a dark brown. This is Kiss Express. I can give you the link below after the YouTube video. And all we do is pop that in there. Now this has been pre-mixed and diluted. Kiss Express has been diluted in here 50-50 with some rubbing alcohol. The reason why we do this is because it helps dry it out. So with your client doesn't go out with damp hair and the colour will not run. So I've put our dark brown in the hopper, and then I'm just going to pop that top back on. Make sure it's nice and tight so as we're using the machine it doesn't spill out. And then we're ready to put it on our beard. Before I apply the dye to the beard, I'm just going to demonstrate a couple little things. What I do suggest you do prior to using this straight onto a person is use either a tissue or a bit of paper just to get to grips with the different techniques and settings you can use on this. It's not just a point and go system. You have to adjust the needle, you have to adjust your speed, your distance from the client. So I always say, check to see how it works for you and what type of effect you want from this system before you go straight onto the hair and the skin. This will stain skin, so once it's on there, it won't come off for at least a week. So on our tissue, I'm just going to demonstrate. This is a high speed, so it's coming out quite a lot. Adjusting the needle, we're going to bring the needle closer and show you the different spray. Let's tighten that up a bit more. If you look, there's hardly anything. So this is what you need to play about with prior to applying it to your client. What type of effect do you want? So I'm going to pull the needle back a little bit. I can also reduce the speed and put it on the lower air setting. So we've got a nice fine mist. If I hold it closer, it gets darker. If I pull it away, it gets lighter. So this is what we're going to use on the beard to give him a nice clean line-up. Obviously this client has quite a full beard, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Using your FAB card, apply it to the edge of the beard, and I'm going to set it down to the slow setting just to start with, and I'm going to spray gently, just backwards and forwards, not too close, and then as I'm spraying I'm going to come further away. So I'm going to spray slightly heavier in the patches that are a little bit lighter, and then as I get towards the card I'm pulling away again. I don't want a very harsh definite line. So we pull that card away. As we can see, we've got a nice clean line, and what I tend to do is use a little fade brush just to soften it a bit more and stroke it into the beard so we haven't got such a harsh line. Again, we're going to use this corner and we're going to use this nice shape on the card, and we're going to just pull that trigger back and spray in nice even strokes, keeping it a distance away from the beard, and we're just going to keep pulling away. Come back over here again. Nice even strokes, and just pull it away again. This is where you try and feather your colour, pulling it down so you haven't got such a harsh line. Just brush that gently into the client's beard, just to soften that edge so it's not too straight. As you can see, it's evened out quite a bit of the tonal colour. So we're just filling in any little bits that might be a little bit sparser. So we're going to use our straight edge again. We're going to come in towards the sideburn and just gently spray up that sideburn. This is great for pattern work. This is brilliant for hair edges, line-ups, beards. But this isn't just for hairdressers and barbers. Whilst we're demonstrating it at the moment, this can be used for nail technicians, cake decoration. This can be used for artists. Any liquid-based ink, paint, dye can be used in this, and it can be used for all different industries. So long as it is liquid based and the solution that you put in has the right consistency that it can pass through this tip, it won't clog. Now I'm just going to gently pull back. I'm going to use this trigger because we've got a little edge here. I'm just going to flick it until I fill in the bits that I feel need enhancing. Just pop that in there. And then brush it gently, just to soften. I'll come round. And we're just going to do this side. Very gently, very carefully. I'm not pulling all the way back on the trigger, I'm just pulling it back a little bit. We're just going to edge the jawline up. This is brilliant for photo shoots, any photographic work that you might be doing. This gives a nice clear edge. This is also brilliant for your clients that may be going to weddings, parties, anything like that, where they want a clean look to their beards, hairline. If you've done them a pattern, if you've done them a parting even, and you want to enhance the look of that parting, this is a brilliant. So any enhancements that you require for your client, this is what you need for that job. Hairlines we can do. If you want to enhance your hairlines, I'm going to use a little bit of a finer setting because I don't want him to have a dead straight harsh line round his neck. So I'm just going to gently come a bit closer, a finer brush, and just gently go over this, just to darken down a couple of little areas. I'm going to bring that needle out a little bit more because that's a little bit too fine. And then we're going to go back in again. Just very gently. as I'm getting towards his neck, I want this still quite tapered. I don't want a harsh line, so all I'm doing is just gently pulling back on that trigger, and as I get towards the bottom, I'm pulling the airbrush away from the head. And I'm just going to brush that down to make sure it's all smooth and there's no little patches that are a little bit darker than the hair itself. And there you go. I always advise, after you've used it, dispose of the colour that is in the hopper and don't try to reuse it afterwards. Dispose of it, clean it out like I showed you with the water, and then refill. So that was our demonstration using the FAB Cordless airbrush system. If you have any questions or you want to purchase this kit, I will post the links below, but you can also private message me on my Facebook page, UK Lady Barber, Instagram at UK Lady Barber, Twitter at UK Lady Barber 85, or you can email me, contact us via my website. Thank you.